This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Good morning and welcome to INC Radio, Washington, D.C. Satellite Studio. I am your host, Elisa Mojica, and with me I have...
Hello, everyone. My name is Lionel from Anne Arundel.
And today we will be talking about staying healthy during this spring season. Brother Lionel, are you excited for spring?
I am actually my first spring here in the East Coast.
Oh, wow. So you get to see different flowers and stuff, I guess. Something you don't see in the West. So hopefully you have a great spring in the East Coast. Okay, so last week we picked 3 winners from our YouTube chat. So the winners are, let's see, drum roll please. We have Sister Esther Parlade from Temple Hills. We have Brother Justin Nogar from Washington, D.C., and Sister Ellen Rama from the local congregation of Waldorf. So congratulations. And to our YouTube chat, join us in our discussion today, and maybe you'll be able to win a prize next week or the week after that. So just keep commenting. And actually, we have a lot of comments this morning. Let's see. I
Very
lost.
active this morning.
Yes. Do you see it? I kind of lost the link. Let me see.
So we have Grace Galarpe saying greetings. Happy watching INC Radio, Washington, D.C. from Anne Arundel. We have Willissa Tapalia from Washington, D.C. Good morning. We have Amelia Salazar. Good morning. We have Christina Lazaro. Good morning. We have Tyler Warden. Good morning. We have Sydney Santos as well. Good morning. We have Pink Warden. Good morning. A lot of good mornings.
Yes, good morning to everyone in the chat. We have Sister Esther Parlade. Wow, we have our winner in the chat. And Arian, sorry, Arian and
It's
Richard
that
Jewell.
spring allergies.
Sister Alexis Mira, good morning. Brother Richard Soterio, Sister Josette Soterio, and Brother Sidney Santos. So good morning to everyone. So now for this segment, we will be having our icebreaker. So a simple game of word search. If we could see that on screen. By the way, we have our guest with us this morning that will be playing the icebreaker with us. So let's see that screen. There you go. So for this, there are 3 hidden words. Let's see if...
I'm not good with words.
Actually, I will set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute.
Let's see
Is
how fast.
one of the words?
Actually, I'll give you guys 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay, ready?
Do acronyms count?
No, brother. Let's see. So, hint is April. There are 3 words. Let's see if the chat will also know. Let's see if the chat is faster than both of you. Brother Ace is like really squinting his eyes trying to see the possible words.
I see some in the chat.
Don't look at the chat.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see anything on the chat yet.
We have a Sister Pink. She got 2 words right. Brother Ace, do you have any clue
Yeah, I
And
got I got a couple, but can you go backwards as well, or is it just
Is this like a
um,
typical word search where any
yeah?
direction is fair game?
yes, any direction is fair game, but this one's there's no backwards on this one.
Okay.
Oh, I found one. I think I
Uh,
found one.
the chat is actually finding words that's like I didn't really know that was there.
The
So
chat's
our
just
chat,
too good.
I
Our
know,
chat is
right?
very smart.
Oh, time's up.
Time's up.
One.
Okay.
uh Would you guys want another try or give up?
Well,
I found
let's
one.
see what we found.
Okay.
Collectively, we are working together
So you
because
guys want to see
teamwork
the
makes the dream work.
answers? You guys want to see the answers or no answers yet?
We can take
Let's guess what the. Let's try to see what the answers. Let's see what our answers are. What answers did you find?
the first one I saw was spring.
Mm-hmm.
That was
That's
easy.
Spring.
correct.
Okay,
I
that's the
did
only one
see.
that I found.
Yeah, I found other words, but it wasn't related to spring.
Oh, okay. Let's see the chat first. So we have um Sister Amelia, she said bloom. That's one of them actually.
Oh,
And we have a flower. A lot actually said a flower. There's a lot of comments that had root. That's actually relatable to spring, but I didn't know that. So extra points to the chat. Let's see the answers. Let's reveal the answers. It's the next. There you go. So we
so
have
it's
spring, bloom, and flower.
oh.
Our chat's actually quick with it. Wow. Okay, thank you for the icebreaker. That was actually interesting. I like watching you guys like look at every letter and trying to find every word. So, before
Just
we
want to
get into our
say sorry,
mhm,
brother Caleb in the chat said 8.
ape,
Yeah, I saw that
Yeah.
word too.
where is that? Okay, I'll find that later. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining our icebreaker. But now let's recap our district activity that we've had recently. On Sunday, April 6, 2025, the District of Washington, D.C. held its district-wide evangelical mission at the Temple Hills Chapel. It was a meaningful and memorable day as the words of God were shared in both English and Spanish. Delivering the message in two languages made it possible for more attendees to understand the teachings, creating a welcoming and inclusive environment for everyone. It was a beautiful reminder of how language can unite people in faith. Afterwards, everyone stayed to enjoy a time of fellowship and socializing. These moments of connections are always special, offering a chance to build friendships, share stories, and grow closer as a community. And for our upcoming activities, we have two, if we can show those on screen. We have April 19, which is next week. That is the start of our WDC Walk and Run. So if you want to participate, more information is on the screen. And on April 20, that is our district esports at the Washington, D.C. Function Hall at 4 p.m. And the information, for more information, look at your screen. Okay. And now for our main discussion, we have Brother Ace that we were able to meet a little bit in our icebreaker. So if maybe he can introduce himself a little bit.
Good morning, Brother A. Stavang from the local congregation of Anne Arundel. I don't know what else you want me to mention.
Okay, Brother Ace. So obviously our theme for this morning is spring. I was wondering if you're excited for this season.
I am pretty excited, but it doesn't feel like spring. Sometimes it does, and then it gets cold again. So, and then the allergies, it's either good or really bad. So,
I know, right? Recently, Well, last week it was pretty warm, but recently it's been cold again. So the season is just like on and off right now. What is your favorite season though?
I like fall and winter. Just something about the fall foliage changing the colors of the leaves, and then the snow just makes everything prettier. So,
Hmm.
and we
That's
don't,
true.
yeah, and we don't really get too much snow over here unless you were back in 2016. We had so much. So,
Yeah, that was a lot. Okay, so let's talk about your habits for the springtime and staying healthy. So what do you usually do to feel your best when spring is, you know?
have allergy medicine handy just in case if you're doing anything, because it doesn't matter if you're inside or outside. I think the pollen just finds its way wherever you're at. Just staying hydrated, going outside for walks and stuff like that, and doing things as a family and a group. So,
Mhm. Yeah, staying hydrated is very important. What about you, brother Lionel? So you don't really actually you don't have allergies, right? You
I
probably not.
I don't think so, but I do agree with Brother Ace that staying hydrated is good, as well as I got like those vitamin C gummies. They just um it says to take two every day, so I just take one in the morning and one in the evening
Mm.
for like
So,
boosting the immune system.
mhm. So when it comes to season change, for the both of you guys, um, do you notice any changes in your energy or mood? Because I know sometimes with daylight savings, especially in the fall time when it gets dark early, sometimes the mood can be a little bit down. But what about this season when the sun goes down like almost at 8 p.m.?
I
no, sorry, go ahead, bro. No, go
Oh no,
ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
Well, during the work week, I think you're getting off, and then depending on what time you get off, you have a little bit more time. When the sun is out, you can still do stuff, and it's somewhat warm enough compared to like during the winter season where it's like dark and you're just like I'm just gonna stay inside. There's no point because it's too cold and too dark.
Mm-hmm.
So, definitely a mood change.
Mm-hmm. So you think you're very more energetic in the springtime?
I think so, and again, it just depends on how bad the pollen is. So I think that'll,
Oh,
yeah.
that's true. Let's talk about your allergies actually. So how bad are your allergies when it comes to that? Like your
I
eyes
think,
start burning?
yeah, I think it depends because I've been here since 2015, and I think maybe two or three seasons have been like really bad where I'm just eyes are watery, sneezing all the time, and then you see all this pollen in your on your vehicles. But this year is not too bad, but on occasion it'll be really bad where I don't want to go outside because I'm not
Hmm.
enjoying my time. So yeah.
So a couple days ago, I remember we've had a lot of pollen outside, Brother Lionel. So you had no reactions to that, right?
I might have sneezed a couple times, but I think that's just because it's a bit dusty. um, but in regards going back to noticing changes in the mood, I think because we're farther up north than where I used to live, there's like a bit less sunlight. So I think like very much the like the amount of sunlight that I get, especially because since I where I work, it's like I'm indoors most of the time and kind of away from windows because it's like in the middle of the building. So sometimes I would try to go outside or try to walk to a window if it's like too like hot outside or something or too cold. Just try to get some sunlight. Sunlight's important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Staying hydrated and sunlight is very important. So everyone stay outside. No, I'm kidding. But staying outside is very essential, especially when the weather's perfect. You got to take advantage of it, of course. And so, speaking of sunlight, activities outside, it's very fun. We have our upcoming district walk and run, so that's very fun. So, for Brother Ace, do you have any activities you're looking forward to in the spring, or some activities that you've been doing every spring with your family?
So every spring it's more like just exploring because just being outside and then going for long walks. We like exploring like little cities outside of the crowded areas like DC and all the museums. But we like going to explore like old historical downtown outdoor museums that you can just walk in and out of. And just long, easy trails that you can bring a
Mhm.
stroller to. So it's always nice to be outside. So
Mhm. And for since you did say you have allergies, do you have any indoor activities for that you'd like to recommend to someone if they're in like that situation as well?
indoor, well, there's a lot, but it all depends on accessibility, like indoor swimming, pickleball. You can pretty much do everything. Indoor basketball. You can take like fitness classes, but if you're trying to do something collectively with a family, maybe just having a movie night or maybe just playing like on a gaming system that kind of gets you moving, like one of the VR or the old
Oh,
school one old school gaming system that they don't use anymore, but yeah.
speaking of our esports next week, yeah, next week, yeah. So stay tuned on that. So that's indoor as well. Do you guys tried any indoor activities? I think I haven't. Maybe indoor swimming I have. So that's a good
I do a
thing.
lot of indoor walking.
That's true.
Does that count?
Yes, that counts. That's an activity that you can do indoor. Um, what about you, Brother Ace? Any indoor activities you've tried before?
Indoor activity. I haven't tried pickleball. I keep hearing about it. I'm
Mhm,
curious. I don't know if I'll enjoy it, but that sounds kind of cool because I do like playing table
mhm,
tennis, ping pong. But tennis is just so difficult. So it's kind of like in between. So that's something I'd be interested in.
uh-huh,
But just indoor activities I like to do is just maybe indoor walk, like Brother Lionel said, and like going into a mall and just walking around.
mhm,
Especially the big ones around here. You can
mhm,
walk for many, many minutes and get
mhm.
a little bit of a cardio workout.
Let's talk about food. So, you have any favorite spring recipes or go-to meals or drinks that make you feel fresh and healthy?
For me, I'm a terrible cook. I leave that to my wife. If, I only know how to cook, some basic meals, but everything revolves around a microwave. But my go-to like snack or drink during the work week, I need coffee. And then my favorite snack recently have been the Rice Krispie tomato because they're low in calorie and they're pretty good. And I can eat like a bunch and not feel as guilty.
Oh
If I ate
wow.
like a huge bag of chips, which is just too much and not healthy, and you're
Low
still hungry.
You got me at low in calorie because I feel like with the season changing, of course it's getting warmer. We'd want to get that, get in shape for the season because winter, there are times, I admit that there are times it's too cold, you don't really want to be active as much. So I think that's a good way to. So, is there anything you want to try to eat more or less because the cold season's done?
I'm trying to eat less rice and less sweets. I think those are like kind of like the things that I know if you don't pay attention, especially as I don't know about you guys when you're loading your plate. I put the rice first, and then and there's a lot of real estate on the plate, so I just try to fill it up and just put the meat on top. One thing that helped me in the past is just get a smaller plate, so you can fill it up, but it's not as much. But you're like, okay, so. Uh,
Yeah,
Oh.
but then you start constructing a bigger plate out of the food, like a rice bowl to like put everything in it so you could stack it higher.
You're like stacking the meats, like the different foods, just so it fits in the plate. Oh, that's a great tip. I feel like we should have Brother Ace again to like share tips on eating healthier, maybe. So, one last thing. Advice you'd give someone if they want to be more healthy this season but doesn't know where to start.
uh, is that directed to me or Brother Lytle? Sorry.
To you, both of
Okay.
you.
So I think the thing that makes it very complicated is because there's there's so much information out there, whether you see it on social media, on TV. You have people like, hey, this is the fastest way, this is the best way, this is, you have people saying this is the only way that works. So it can be overwhelming. But it's very simple. It's just calories in, calories out, and tracking everything. I would say my biggest advice is just kind of like know what your goal is if you're trying to lose weight or just kind of like make small adjustments, and just find something that's sustainable for you and your lifestyle. And then finding kind of like that support, whether it's from family or your friends that you can kind of like share doing those things with, and then just making it enjoyable and just not being too hard on yourself if you fall off, if like, oh, if I'm not working out today, or you skip a day, or if you have a cheat day on your meal, it's fine, just as long as you're consistent tracking. I think you should be successful, I guess, in whatever goal
Oh,
you're trying to achieve.
great advice. Yeah,
I
I
think I
think
want to add to that really quick
mhm.
is something I discovered is something I also want to get into is smoothies, because I've noticed that I haven't had as much like fruits, vegetables. I'm sort of on top of, but like fruits not as much. And it wasn't until this past week that I found out that there is like those thermos those insulated bottles, or
Mhm.
like the bottles that you can bring around.
Mhm.
There's somewhere out there that you can buy a portable blender. So you can
Mhm.
basically like in the morning just load it up with fruits and whatever, and then when you're ready to drink it, just turn it on, blend while you're on the go, and then drink it there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are great tips and advice. I feel like, yeah, a good support system is very important. And also know, yeah, what Brother A said, know what your goal is. And yeah, Lionel knows his goal that he wants to drink more smoothies. So that's a great advice. Thank you, Brother Ace. But before we let you go, do you have any special greetings?
I just want to shout out my wife, Sister Roxanne, my kids, Adelaide and Noah, uh, our local minister, Brother Albin, brethren, and INCRadio for putting this all together, our district minister, Brother Sidney, and our assistant district minister, Brother Richard. Everyone that's tuning in to support this program and for everything that you guys do. So thank you for putting this together and having me in today's program.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. And so let's check our YouTube chat. We actually have a lot in the chat this morning. So, the one of the questions is anyone here for excited for the springtime? We have Sister Mirna. She said, "I love it when the trees change colors." Yes, like pink, different colors. And then Brother Josh, he said, "Cherry blossom season brings my least favorite things, allergies and traffic." Oh, that is true. And then Brother PB said he's looking forward to sports. I feel like springtime is perfect for sports because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. And any activities they'd like to do in the spring, we have Sister Grace with swimming or bowling. And Sister Amelia said indoor activity for a working mom, clean the house. And Sister Mirna said, I like to walk and go to parks. And let's see, any so shout out to those that joined the chat. We have Brother Joshua Reyes, Brother Ed Gonzalez, Brother Caleb G, Sister Mirna, Sister Christina, Sister Perla, Sister Sheen, Sister Len. Shout out to everyone, Sister Georgia. And special thanks, Brother
And
Lionel.
so, yeah, so that's a wrap for today's episode. But before we go, we'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to those who make this all possible. For their unstoppable support, we'd like to thank our INC Radio Washington, D.C. family for supporting our broadcast, especially to Brother Sidney R. Santos, our district supervising minister, Brother Richard Soterio, our assistant district minister, Brother Audric Dulay, our district CFO overseer, as well as Brother Emmanuel Ndaya, our executive producer, Brother Wally Taray, our station manager, and our dedicated INC Radio Kiotex here and in the Philippines, as well as to Brother Angelo Aranyo Villamanalo, our SEPSI president, and Brother Eduardo Villamanalo, our executive minister of the Iglesianicristo Church of Christ.
And thank you for tuning in and spending part of your day with us. If you like today's show, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on what's coming next. So if you're interested in being part of INC Radio, reach out to any of us or your local officers. We'd love for you to join us. Until then, watch us again next week right here on INC Radio Washington DC Satellite Studio every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And remember, stay inspired, stay connected, and most of all, stay unstoppable.
Bye.
Bye.
Before and after I eat, I wash my hands. Here is how my mom taught me to do. First, wet your hands with clean running water and apply soap. Then lather your hands by rubbing them together with soap. Scrub your hands between your fingers and under your nails. Scrub your hands for approximately 30 seconds. Rinse your hands under clean running warm water. And dry your hands using a clean towel or air dry them.
Hello, I'm Sister Lillian Talmans, and here's how I brush my teeth as my mom taught me. Brushing your teeth after every meal or at least twice a day is another hygiene habit that everyone should have. Brushing your teeth is an important part of your dental care routine and help to prevent gum disease. Hi, I'm Katie Natividad. My mom taught me that before going to bed and after waking up in the morning, I should wash my face. I comb my hair every day so it always looks good. And I make sure my clothes are clean before I go to bed. Good night.
But it is right to show kindness.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.